All right, what is going on, folks? Hello, welcome, ciao, benvenuto. Nick here with another hockey hangout. We do these weeklies. We do this weeklies. We do this weekly on Wednesdays, sometimes alternating the times here. And it is fantastic to have you all along. We've got 5 people already here. Adrian, I never even tried to pronounce your last name. Is it Lice, like Germanic? Well, anyway, nonetheless, Adrian, a pleasure to see you here. Windy City Hockey, Lorne. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hope everything remains safe for you and well in these very odd times, that's for sure. Welcome to the stream, of course. You know, just trying to little sanity check for the community here. You know what I mean? Now, this is interesting. Hey, Trevor. Hey, Isaiah. Now, guys, this is something I'm interested in maybe trying a week or 2 from now. I'm thinking that for an upcoming live stream. Hey, Joey Donuts, what's going on? Greetings from the other side of the country. I'm thinking here, guys. I'm thinking. What's up, Crease and Slapshot Hockey? Not so sure if I've called you being in the chat here, but welcome. Boston drafting Logan Couture. My goodness. You can't take my cooch away from me. And that's Logan Couture, because I know I have a Tampa hat on today. But yeah, I'm thinking that we'll do at some point, hopefully in the near future, a community-driven jersey creation live stream. So basically, I would love to be able to set this up so you guys could, so that my screen was visible to you, and that we could all, as a community, make a jersey together using sports templates. Oh, thanks, Joey. Yep, I owe it to the folks here. Dan the man, what's happening, man? Thanks for your comments on my jersey concepts. And speaking of those jersey concepts, guys, I finally have finished them. So I'm done with the ECHL. Toward the end there, I'll be honest, I was getting a little gassed. It took me about overall 2 weeks to do those, and playing a little hooky from work. So I spent a lot of time on them, though. You know, you consider that each concept takes maybe about 2.5 hours. In some cases, I would spend a little bit longer if I were kind of altering the logo or even coming up with new logos or renditions. So yeah, that just chewed up so much time for me. So of course, I haven't posted in the last week and a half, like other than these live streams. So thank you for your patience. I will get back to video production. And then, you know, I still want to continue making jersey concepts, but maybe not binging, you know, on that so much. But anyway. Oh, well, that's okay. That's why we would do a community one. You know, I'll get suggestions for teams, get suggestions for colors, which logos to introduce. The Indie Fuel one was your favorite. Thanks, Nick. Dude, that one, oddly enough, was the quickest one to make. I have no idea how I did that. Cortana's groaning because she was like, yeah, you should have been, you know, giving me head scratches. But yeah, with the Indie Fuel one, and I'll make a video on producing those concepts. Man, that just clicked with me instantly. I thought of the racing stripes on the arms. I thought of the numbering, how it would look like it did on old stock cars. I thought about the collar like a track jacket. To me, that one just clicked instantly, and I had a ton of fun working on it. Aaron, I didn't actually get a degree in graphic arts, but that was my favorite part of college, definitely. And so I thought to myself, I always wanted to kind of have that as kind of like a secondary skill. And thank you, I appreciate that. Of course, I didn't actually design the actual model that's used for the sports template. That takes a set of skills I don't think I'll ever quite have. My background's more in writing, but of course, graphic arts and video production kind of complements that. So that's kind of why you see me doing all that all together. Oh, thanks, Garrett. Thank you. And hope everything's good in Flavortown. Man, that Admirals one, now I sent this over to Neil from Post to Post. I just you know, DM'd him on Twitter today because I hope that he's able to produce a rankings video or reaction or a react and then rank. I think that Admirals one, I think that might be #1 for him if he sees it. When I looked at that, I was like, hot damn, that's fire, dude. Anyway, use the old Admirals logo. That's true. That I think that would have still looked really good as well. Thank you, Riley. I got this in Tampa, so that's why I picked this up. Yeah. And by the way, guys, oh, what's up? What's up, Super Lurf? Hey, man. All the way from South Africa. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. So I've had people tune in from South Africa, from parts of Europe, from, oh, wait, I just got a DM right now. Unless that might be from Nick. Oh, that is from Nick. Well, don't worry. We'll get to that. We'll get that. Should Ottawa trade their 2 picks for the #1 pick to get a generational? Wait, Lafreniere is he a winger? I don't know. I'm terrible. I know nothing about. I'm Jon Snow when it comes to rookies and prospects. I know nothing. But I don't know, man. They have like what, the 3rd and the 5th pick? If you're going to have the cap in a couple of years to keep your rookies around, then why wouldn't you? I mean, why wouldn't you keep that? And hello, everybody. I know that I haven't called out acknowledged every individual person, but hello to all of you. A lot of you have joined. We've got 15 lovely folks here in the chat. Remember to smash the like if you haven't already. I think everybody here is subscribed, but if anybody chimes in later on, I will definitely encourage a sub from you. You're excited to see the Growlers jersey? Ah, yes. Good. Yeah. Well, I know that a lot of you have already seen the concepts, but it would be cool to have that all together in one video. So what I'm going to do is kind of film a video in which I show the concepts, and I'll do some commentary on kind of how I decided to come up with the designs that I did. And then maybe if there's good, if the reception from that is good, I might make a video, like a tutorial video. I know that Sports Templates has one, but that's a good video, but excuse me, they already provide you with the assets to make that jersey. So I want to kind of show people how to kind of do that from scratch, really. If you need to like pull logos from online, if you need to, create something in Illustrator, I'll kind of go over how to do that. What's my Discord? I don't have Discord. I do have Discord, but not for Twisted Wrister Hockey. I haven't really gotten to that point yet. I'm a little old school, honestly. Twitter, I never thought I'd have an Instagram in my life, but I created one for this channel. Technically, there's also a Facebook page if anyone is interested. Just search Twisted Wrister Hockey and you can find it. I don't really post there that much because there isn't really much traction, and I don't really use Facebook much either. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna look at Nick's concept here, and guys, if there's any fun stuff you want to share with me, so long as it's appropriate, I'm happy to take a look. And oh my goodness, this is sexy. I like this. Check this out. Windy City Hockey. Going with the Thrashers powder blue design, but with the Jets logo and color scheme. Magnifique. I like this. This looks good. That looks really good. I like that a lot. And I like how you included the jet on the shoulder without the actual circle too. That looks pretty nice. Well done. The 24 playoff format, every team in the Central clinched it. Every state and province in the Western Conference, with the exception of California, is represented. Yeah. Is that right? That is right. I'm in Tampa Bay mode. Yeah, I looked over at my hats and I said, all right, which one do I want to wear? And I was like, I can't remember the last time I wore this for a stream. So plus it's, I don't know. I don't really wear this fit of hat very often. So I don't know why though. Actually, it's really comfortable. But yeah, you missed the Thrashers. Yeah, I would love to see the Jets find a way to just, do something like what Nick did there. Yeah. Concepts for the new Sabres jerseys. Ooh. Do send. What team am I going to work on after Greenville? I've done them all now. On Instagram, I just put up like the last ones that I hadn't posted yet. So I'm done with the ECHL. We'll see how things go with, if we can get Neil on post to post to produce a video on that. And I know that so many people submit concepts to him, like full sets, full team sets. So I'm not going to like poke him too much for that. But I have a feeling that that'll come at some point. But anyway, if the reception is good for that, then maybe what I'll eventually do is produce a series of concepts for AHL teams. I would love to start doing that now. But yeah, I need to get back to actually working on the channel. I mean, this wasn't an investment though, because, you guys get to see my concepts as I'm producing them. And if anything's kind of like the Guess the Jersey series, I imagine that we'll get a good influx of new subscribers to the channel. Maybe even get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I have a feeling that, one or two more, collaborations with the channel, like a post to post, or I wonder if John from Hot Take Hockey is going to join us. Something like that will bring some new viewers in and maybe get us into that plateau where we can, get the super chat going and, so I can spam my videos with ads. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But anyway, the jersey concepts, I'd love to keep just kind of producing them on the side for now. They don't have the rights. Okay. I thought I heard that the other day too. My next NHL 20 stream, not immediately soon. I do want to try my this community created jersey stream. I want to see if I can get that going. Maybe do another one where you guys help me pick out a jersey, or another trivia. I want to do one more of those before we do another NHL 20. I think. Another Guess the Jersey? Probably not immediately, Nick. I have to kind of get back into some of the content that I thought I was going to produce, and I think that I was going to produce before I started the concepts. But if one thing that I'm really going to be investing my time on, once we get closer to the actual playoffs, and I'm sorry, there's a train going by. Once we get closer to the actual playoffs, I'm going to get back into creating some videos explaining reasons why each team, individual team videos could win the Stanley Cup. But yeah. Favorite pizza topping? Now that's a question. All right. And by the way, guys, yeah, you're more than welcome to ask and discuss non-hockey topics here. Of course, it's a hockey channel where, 95% of my content, apart from live streams, will be hockey, but otherwise I'm cool to talk about other stuff too. Favorite pizza topping? I'm a big fan of Hawaiian. Like, I like prosciutto and pineapple. I think that's kind of like the best cut right there. If you do, diced ham, that's pretty good too. But yeah, I love for pizza. I love anything spicy too. So I've had, Hawaiian pizza with jalapenos on it. I've had Indian pizza, like basically a chicken tikka masala pizza. And it's like cheesy goodness combined with savory meats and tongue-burning spice. I'm into that too. But I love barbecue chicken. There's so many types of pizza I love. But yeah. Okay, well, clearly not everybody falls into the pineapple on pizza camp. But yeah. The next team to relocate, and where will they relocate? Well, I'm kind of hoping it's not the Coyotes, and that they have a fairly new owner, they have a new president. I thought they were going to break through and go to the playoffs this year. I think they'll be able to drive some more interest because they're you look at having Latino executives. They can probably help with strategizing on how to better reach that community out there. So I'm cheering for them in that sense. Definitely, if they can land a big free agent at some point too, that'll help. Maybe when Austin Matthews' contract expires later on. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to bank on Arizona as the next team to move. Florida, probably the Panthers would be the next one to move. It's just so crazy. They haven't made the playoffs yet in the last few years. When you think of some of the talents they have on, at forward. But yeah, Bobrovsky just wasn't that good this year. Oh, hey there, Louie. Thanks for chiming in here, Chief. Barbecue nachos are the best nachos. And yeah, I do like, I'm not a chips and cheese person. I got to have stuff with it. So yeah, you do that. Barbecue nachos sound good. No McGillney in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, a lot of people are a little ticked off about that. That Kevin Lowe player from the Oilers, I didn't even know who he was, honestly. I was like, wait, so they put him in there? instead of McGillney. They put in another Oiler, and not the first person to defect from Soviet Russia. I'm like, it's kind of odd, man. White sauce pizza with clams, smoked bacon, and a fried egg. I want to say I've had something kind of like that, but not that exact concoction. I'm usually not a fan of white sauce pizzas, but with those toppings, yeah, I'll eat anything with a fried egg on top of it. That's pretty much my rule of thumb. My favorite NBA team. Good question, Louis. I don't really care for the NBA much. You know, living in Sharks territory and growing up, I was a big basketball fan. Actually, I played a lot as a kid. My favorite team when I grew up was the Sonics. I was a huge Seattle Sonics fan. I had a starter jacket. I had hats. I had jerseys. Loved the Sonics. My favorite. Absolutely. So when they, got sold off and moved to Oklahoma City, that just broke my heart, basically. So, but the thing is that when I was growing up, I went to a lot of, for me, considering I had to drive 2 hours with my dad, but I went to a fair share of Warriors games. And one reason why I wanted to go see the Warriors was because I wanted to see them play against the Sonics. I wanted to see them play against Kevin Garnett, Vince Carter, when he was with the Raptors. So, I by default kind of became a Warriors supporter when they hired Mark Jackson and they kind of got back into the playoffs there. When Draymond Green was a rookie, I was like, this guy's going to be something. And then sure enough, a couple of years later, they won the championship. So I was, for 2015, for that first championship, I was really happy, definitely, but not like the level I was if, the Sharks won a Stanley Cup. But yeah. Okay. Yes, please feel free to do that. Rockets fan. Okay. As long as it's not the Lakers. Yeah, I agree with you, Lauren. That's it. He transformed. Without that, he transformed the game. Excuse me. Carbonation. But yeah, he transformed the game. Think about all the amazing players that have come from Russia and from Soviet era specifically. Sergei Makarov and Igor Larionov, and I guess Konstantinov would be another one too. But yeah, Bure, you can just keep naming them left and right. And by the way, guys, I'm sorry if I miss any questions or comments. Feel free to definitely repost. Just as long as you don't spam, it should be fine. Why do we have shoulders so hockey jerseys? Totally right, man. I loved Mitch Richmond when he played with the Warriors. Yeah, I didn't really grow up watching that era. I do have a poster that's signed, I think, by like the 1992 Warriors, so he might be part of that. My favorite Warrior from like my era would be, I liked when what's his name? Not Boykin. Mookie Blaylock was briefly on the Warriors. I liked him a lot. And of course, Jason Richardson for his dunks. Donyell Marshall was a good forward, but yeah. Okay. So, hey, Eddie man, what's going on? All right, so I got a couple more things here. My goodness. Now this is when you've got a fan cave. Wait, yeah, wait. Is that showing okay? It's not really picking up well. Yeah, it's when might be the lighting, but Nick, I know what you mean, man. That is the ultimate. That is nice. The star on the Christmas tree when it comes to the fan cave. And oh my goodness, let's look at. Oh yeah, let's look at these beauties here. This thing I can't really zoom in. Okay, so we got that beautiful blue one right there. And Buffalo's got a good white one too. I like when they use the royal blue. So hopefully that that they're pretty true to the original form. Now, Sharks fan 63. Yes, I did, Eddie. I did. There was one in there that I didn't even know what it was. Like I hadn't even seen it before, but it was pretty cool too. How it's got it's like the double leaf one. I like that one a lot. Now, Sharks fan 63, you're asking if I collect pucks. So what I want to do on one of my other streams, guys, or maybe in a separate videos, I want to share more about my kind of memorabilia. I don't have all of it here. There's some that's still at my parents' house, but I have some stuff I'd be happy to show off, but I don't really have a strong collection of pucks, but what I do have are a few pucks, not all of them, but a few of them that are not autographed. So these are various ones that I've kind of picked up along the way. And then on another stream, I'll show off my Sharks ones because I have some cool ones there. So yeah, we'll start with, well, let's see, I'm wearing this Tampa hat. So 2 years ago, I went to Tampa and I got this hat. Hey, Audie James, hey, how you doing? So they were playing the Maple Leafs that night. So literally the whole arena was blue and white. And I went to that game. I was really excited because that was when Patrick Marleau was first on the Leafs. And I chatted with a lot of local fans and Toronto fans and just had a fantastic time. It's a really good location for that arena. Well, actually, pretty solid location. But yeah, so I have that from there. And that was right after they had hosted the 2018 All-Star Game. So both of these are actually from Amalie Arena. I'll only collect a puck like this. Like, I'm only going to collect something like this if I actually go to the game. Now, oh, damn, CJ, I'm so sorry, man. I see those on there fairly frequently, though. Then the next year, I went to Nashville. Actually, it was the same year, but months and months and months later. So I went to Nashville to Bridgestone Arena, and they were playing Tampa, oddly enough. And I got this one. Not the sexiest puck, but they didn't have one that had the Preds and Lightning logo, but it's got NP, and that's my initials. So come on, I'm definitely going to rep that. Let's see. What else do I want to show off next? Here. Now, I have another one of these that I'll share next time or in the future. But obviously, this is when the All-Star Game was hosted here last year. I know that a lot of people didn't like the logo, and I understand why, because it doesn't seem very hockey. But I think the actual design of it's really nice. And it definitely does speak to kind of living out here in Silicon Valley, yeah. I actually was pretty happy with how that turned out. And I have one that has an autograph on it, not from a player, but still pretty cool. So yeah, I'll definitely share that one. Let's see what comes next. Oh yeah. Oh, a couple of years ago, I was in Minneapolis for the Vikings playoff game. So the night before I was there for the Minneapolis Miracle, I went to a Minnesota Gophers hockey game. So definitely wanted to, snag a souvenir there. Two more. Okay. And this right here is one I got off of eBay, and it was the All-Star Game that never was. So during the 94-95 lockout, the All-Star Game was supposed to happen in San Jose. So these pucks were created for then, but obviously we didn't have an All-Star Game then. San Jose would go on to host the All-Star Game the following year. By the way, was there anything cool on the back of these? I'm sorry if I didn't point that out earlier. No, it just says limited edition. I think that's what the league does. Yeah. This is cool because this has the yeah, that's neat. Look at that. It's got the old logo on that there. It's okay, Garrett. I'm not too far behind you. It looks like a plane, yeah, unless like a shark. I think you're right. I don't really know what they were going for there, but anything that's like 90s, I'm certainly going to have a sense of nostalgia there. And then this one's cool because I'm going to make a claim. Actually, no, not true. But this is one of the farthest places I would have to travel to get a hockey puck on Earth, really. This is from New Zealand. So it's from Queenstown, the home of the Sky City Stampede. And beautiful. Absolutely one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. So yeah, I got that, and obviously I got my Sky City Stampede jersey from there as well. So yeah, just a few pucks I wanted to share there. Yeah, it's like a ninja star. I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, the more Sabres fans, the merrier, definitely. And by the way, man, the Post to Post podcast, I don't know if anybody tuned into the most recent one with Melody Martin, the one who sings about, the Sabres and like Jason Botterill get fired. She was fantastic, and they did such a great job. Just like the dynamic between the three of them was very impressive. I mean, it really goes to show you that folks, creating their own media independently, they can produce some pretty professional grade content, honestly. And when I think of Guy Bensing, who of the Blue Note Fan Report, who we worked on videos for each other's channels. I mean, he's got that format down as well, in terms of knowing when to ask questions, what kinds of questions to ask, and when. So yeah, it's really cool to see all of that. Hey, what jerseys does Audie wear? Adidas. Yeah. Okay, if I could, I saw this one, Riley. If I could relive an NHL moment, so would I relive it as a player or as a fan? Okay, so if I had to choose one moment in NHL specifically, what would I choose for NHL history? You know what I would choose? I would choose the I would choose to go to the Bell Center. Or actually, was that the Forum, technically? No, it was the Bell Center, I think. When Maurice Richard had passed away, I think there was a 10-minute ovation for him. Or maybe I'm mixing my moments. I'm sorry if I am. But yeah, they painted, I think, one chair in the Forum, like a different color. They might have painted it blue or something like that was reserved for him. I wanted to, that's a holy moment. That's as holy of a moment as you would get in the NHL. So that's one of the first things that came to mind, honestly, to my mind, honestly. But yeah. First NHL game was right on. Favorite movie, yours is Inception. Okay, I haven't seen that since it came out, really, but it's definitely a good movie. And of course, Christopher Nolan has created great films, Memento, and obviously the Batman films are great too. I don't really call one movie my all-time favorite. Like a lot of guys my age, a lot of people my age, Gladiator I thought was just one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. Excuse me. And it's still a great film. I love the trilogies that everybody likes, Lord of the Rings and original Star Wars, and The Matrix. I like the universe. The third movie wasn't good, but the other two were, well, the first one was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, my favorite movie growing up, though, and it's still one of my favorites. So if somebody says like, what's your go-to? I'm like, dude, it's The Sandlot. Hell yeah, The Sandlot. Amazing, absolutely amazing movie to grow up to, because as a kid you thought it was funny, and as an adult you probably thought, why the hell am I sharing this with my kids? This is hilarious. Yeah, The Other Guys is a hilarious movie. Okay, I heard it was good. I never saw that though. The Maurice Richard story was the best hockey movie. Yeah, I guess I got to go watch that. I did see Across the Line recently on Netflix, and that's really good too. It's pretty sad though, but I think a lot of folks could definitely watch that and gain something from that. Mullets, yes or no? As I learned a couple days ago because of Neil teaches us so much, there's actually a junior team called the Minnesota Mullets. Heck yeah. Now, mullets aren't for everybody. Some of us just want the flow to remain entirely untouched, but you can still have a mullet and freaking rock a good flow. I'm not gonna discriminate by any means. So yeah. You haven't been to your first NHL game yet? Well, I guess that only makes it more amazing when you first go. Oh. I found a rare jersey I have to pick up. You thought you'd never find it? Oh, snap. Oh man, this don't tell me though. Oh wait. I want to see that, Nick. I want to see the mullet, and I want to see, I don't know if you're able to grow facial hair. I want to see whatever you can do there, and I want to see this jersey that you're going to unbox. But don't tell me about it until you actually go to producing that. Weekend at Bernie's. I've seen that once. It was like on TV when I was doing something, but I mean, it's funny. It's goofy. I love goofy buddy comedies from the 80s and the early 90s. So Encino Man, Don't forget about that one. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Wayne's World. Yeah, absolute classics. Oh, you went to a Stadium Series game, but you guys blew another lead. Well, hey, man, I went to the Stadium Series in 2015, Sharks versus Kings. It was such a boring game, honestly, and the Kings won, too. Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. I've only seen, like, part of that, oddly enough. I did see Planes, Trains, and Automobiles a few years ago. That's a good movie. And I have a copy of Uncle Buck. I've never watched that, but I love John Candy. John Candy. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't even wish you. I'm sorry. You know what? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't wish you a happy Canada Day. My bad. My goodness. Happy Canada Day to you guys. And happy 4th of July upcoming for my fellow Americans. Or statesmen, statespeople, as I like to say. Shoot. For that, I should just have to chug a shot of maple syrup. We are all high now in Canada. Aren't you guys always high? Because it's like, we're, you're, But who knows? Maybe I'll be joining you after the stream. Whatever this banter is in the chat, I love it. The Golden Knights should play in a Winter Classic. And, as a Sharks fan, I absolutely agree. They should. I could see there's gonna be an outdoor game between Seattle and Vancouver, right? There could be one between Seattle and Vegas. I don't know where they're gonna play it, but they could play it at CenturyLink Field where the Seahawks play, or Safeco, or the ballpark there. Decent location, not great. Not really in the core of downtown, but not far away. Nick not drinking beer. Yeah, not right now. I got to stock up, man. I haven't made a run recently, so I need to do that. I basically drank my last beer, except I do have a couple that are aging right now. A couple of, like Imperial Stouts. So those are laying low for months, if not a year or so. Mighty Ducks Trilogy. Yeah, well, I don't know about D3. I don't remember liking D3 that much. Oh, the new Raiders stadium. Huh. Yeah. Why not? I mean, if the ice is good, but the thing is that can that be retracted? I'm assuming that can be retractable. Coach Bombay should coach the Habs. Coach Bombay should coach the Sharks. Allegiant Stadium. Okay. If the Knights play the Sharks, dude, you don't have to hope. You guys win all of the regular season games anyway, so you'd win. It'd be so sick if we could get that going in Reno, though. Even if it wasn't the Winter Classic branded, if they somehow did an exhibition game even outdoors, I'd be all over that, man. Absolutely. Think about that. That would be amazing because it's like you take a week off, you go to Lake Tahoe, you ski a bunch of places, and you go to the Winter Classic. That'd be such a great trip. What if Reeves and Kane switched places? Now, I mean, I like Reeves in that, yeah, maybe on the ice he pisses me off, but that's because he's on a team I don't cheer for. Off the ice, I think he's pretty funny, so I probably would. It would probably be the reversal. I mean, you guys would probably like Kane, and there are definitely qualities to Kane that I like. He's streaky. He does get pretty hot and cold, but when he's on, he's a 30-goal scorer. A couple of years, they should hold the Winter Classic or Stadium Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. Where is Bristol? That's not in Connecticut, is it? I'm sorry. Pardon my ignorance. I only think of Bristol as Connecticut. Buffalo should always host a Winter Classic game. It'd be funny. Buffalo could host a Summer Classic or Spring Classic. All the snow they get there. Bristol, Tennessee. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I'm sure that they would draw pretty well. I mean, it'll still be a while, though, until that gets considered, considering they already were in it last year or this past season. Sharks Mount Rushmore. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure that I caught something I might not have seen earlier. Sharks Mount Rushmore. Okay, let's go with strictly players to start, okay? Strictly players. You know what, though? I'm going to walk that back. I'm going to walk that back a little bit. I'm going to say that if it wasn't for Doug Wilson, Joe Thornton is not on the Sharks. And Doug Wilson is the second longest tenured GM in the NHL. Doug Wilson goes on my Mount Rushmore. I'm sorry. But even though people might criticize him, at the end of the day, this team has been insanely competitive for the most part for a period of 15 years. Doug Wilson goes on my Rushmore. Patrick Marleau goes on my Rushmore. 20-year Sharks veteran. If he played next season, he could pass Gordie Howe all-time for games played, I think. He gets on there. Now, this is tough. This is very tough. One guy who I really want to put on this list, who isn't a product of either of them, who in my opinion is kind of the first great Shark, played there long enough, is Owen Nolan. Owen Nolan has to go on there. He was the catalyst to the Sharks being a playoff team before Doug Wilson was GM. Then you got one more spot. It's hard not to give it to Jumbo, because Jumbo, did he transform the franchise? In a sense, he did. You know, I know that he didn't start his career there. I know that he was only an elite player for maybe 4 or 5 of those years, but he has to go on there. I hate to not put a goalie on there or a defenseman, but those are my guys. It's tough. Now, if you wanted to say players only, I would consider the last spot to be Nabokov, because he's head and shoulders the greatest goaltender we've ever had. But yeah. Nabby should be there. What gives, Eddie? You're not a Nolan fan? Martin Jones is bad against Vegas. I'll be kind. He's a case of Jekyll and Hyde. Excuse me. Bristol Zamboni race. I'm in favor of that. Of course, they would need more than one intermission to make that happen. You want the Oilers to face the Flames in a Heritage Classic. Why not, man? Why not? Imagine if the Sharks had kept Kiprusoff. Well, maybe that would have come in handy like in the playoffs later on in Nabby's career. Nabby wasn't that good of a playoff goaltender, except for that one save he made off of Brad Richards. Was it Richards? Or was it Morrow? No, I think it was Richards. That crazy glove save in 2008. Have the guy who beat Toronto in there in the race. David Ayers? That'd be amazing, dude. You would have to, I mean, it'd be hilarious if Carolina and Toronto played in a classic game like that. Your hockey, okay. You got a full on hockey Mount Rushmore with Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, and Jerome McGinley. Interesting. Jerome McGinley, one of the best players to never win a Stanley Cup. Bruins versus Leafs in a Winter Classic. Yeah, at some point, I would only think that that's appropriate, right? The Wild have a new outdoor jersey. Wait, but they haven't Flames fan. They haven't actually announced or revealed it, right? I've seen like a concept floating around out there for it, but we don't know exactly what it is, right? NFL cancel the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, man, the NFL should just do away with like I never was a fan of like the Pro Bowl or anything like that. It just doesn't work for football. Unless they did it like in the middle of the season and if it had some, if there were some stakes there. Oh, okay. For Minnesota, don't you know? They should do purple and yellow like the Vikings. Look at my Vikings flag. I've seen a concept out there with North Star's colors and including the logo in North Star's colors. Looks pretty good. I don't think they'll go North Stars though. I think they're going to do something again. Like they had that State of Hockey patch in the Stadium Series game. I would think they would do something kind of with that. That's going to be the actual Winter Classic, right? Yeah. And it's against the Blues. But man, if they were able to somehow do like the North Stars design with their logo and then the Blues wear the same jersey that they wore for warm-ups in 2017 or like as a like alumni game or something. There's a picture of Gretzky in a white Blues jersey playing outdoors, and that thing looks smoking. I loved it. Minnesota should have a cream jersey. I mean, I wouldn't object if they did. I think the cream and the green go so well together. My concern is that they'll just now, a lot of people like the red jersey that they had. I didn't like it. I don't like that shade of red. And I don't think it complements the green so well. But that's just me. But like, I know I say like a lot. I'm from California. I think that a cream colored jersey, but with a good amount of green trim to it, I guess, and striping, that could look pretty sweet. You know what they could do? They could basically remember that green script jersey that they had a few years back. They could just make a white version of that. That would look perfect with the the stretchy collar. I'd love that. Absolutely. Stars in a Panthers Winter Classic. How about a Coyotes Panthers? Let's go. Let's do it. I'll laugh so hard if those two teams make the Stanley Cup. The draft lottery got rigged, but for the Habs, I don't really invest in that sort of thing. I mean, give me proof. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to speculate about that. But God, as a Sharks fan, just think about this, man. In like some sick alternate reality, it's like they're in some sick way. If Pierre Dorian rejects the trade for Erik Karlsson, the Sharks keep that pick, even though they probably would have traded it away anyway. But let's say the Sharks had that pick. They still had their first round draft pick this year. Then let's say they qualify for the playoffs, but they got to win in the knockout round or the preliminary round or whatever. So then they end up with the number 1 overall pick in an alternate universe. This draft, this whole situation is so alienating as a Sharks fan. The NHL hates the Sabres. You're so right. You are so right. Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. The Habs are the ones who are rigged. Well, when was the last time they had a number 1 overall pick? Was that when Guy Lafleur got drafted? I don't even know. Vikings question. Yes. A celebrity all-star game. I want to say that they do something like that, though, don't they? I don't know. I didn't even pay attention when I was in San Jose. Calgary lost 29 straight games to Anaheim. I didn't know it was that bad. I know Montreal's lost a ton to my Sharks. And I know that we've only won in Buffalo like 4 times since our time in the NHL. Okay, I'm sorry here. Vikings question. Is Cousins the guy to get us there? You can't stand the guy. I haven't since he was at Michigan State. Okay, fair enough. Being a Lions fan. No, I don't think Cousins can. I don't see him taking over a game in the playoffs against, if we're talking about like the conference championship or something like that. If he had Stephon Diggs still kind of at his height, if they still Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen, healthy Dalvin Cook, and you trot Kirk Cousins out there, yeah, I think so. But no, their offensive line isn't good enough. So I'll be realistic. I don't see it happening. Am I going to break anything if, heaven forbid, Pittsburgh wins the draft lottery? I'm a little bit past that, but yeah, I'll be a little salty, but I won't break anything. Check to get the sheet to practice my stick handling. No, I haven't. Honestly, I haven't done any sort of hockey related activity since the shutdown, man. Besides, I mean, I don't know if I'd have enough space in here. I'd have to kind of like rearrange the space. I know you're like, dude, it doesn't take that much to actually put one of those together. I know. I'm a poser. People say you play hockey. I'm like, no, I'm a poser. Jets Blue Jackets Stanley Cup final. That's nice. Get a couple of different markets in there. See, that would make the season good for me. If somebody who doesn't normally win a Stanley Cup or get in that conversation comes out and wins, I'll be happy. Sure. The Flames have never won in Vegas. Man, why am I burping so much? It must be drinking water and then keep talking. It's a big buildup. Yeah, Guy Lafleur, the Habs' first overall pick. Crazy. He did 200 backhanders. It's one thing to do 200 wristers, but yeah, man, to do 200 backhanders. That sounds like a Sidney Crosby thing. But yeah, I mean, like when you actually mechanically go to do a backhander, it's so weird. Just how much, like you have to turn I'm right-handed, so I have to like turn my right arm over just to get like the right kind of leverage to kind of scoop the puck, with the bottom edge of my stick blade. Do I listen to any comedy podcasts? Not really. I'm not really big when it comes to listening to podcasts. There are a couple I follow, but they're not really sports related. They're not comedy so much. I know that there's a crime in sports podcast. That's kind of interesting. I listened to that one time. You're working at getting your backhands under the crossbar. So yeah, you have to really, your center of gravity, you just have to drop it at a level that's almost uncomfortable for hockey, I would think. Thoughts on the Flames going full retro in the playoffs? Well, I don't know if you're saying if they are for sure. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to wear the red retros at home, which I'm all for it. If they can pull off the white Heritage Classic jersey on the road, let's do it, man. I'd love that. See, that's the thing. I actually really like not only Calgary's retro jerseys, I like their current ones a lot too. I think they look really good in Adidas. So yeah, I think whatever jersey Calgary trots out there with, I'm all for it. Tried to shoot the wrong way. Oh. Well, it's kind of weird for me because when it comes to writing. Just a second here, guys. Yeah, like when it comes to handwriting, I'm left-handed. So I'm naturally left-handed in some ways, but I've always played stick sports right-handed. So with hockey, with tennis, basically I have more control on my right side, but I have more power on my left side. So yeah, basically what I love to do is when I go out to my roller rink, or roller court, I like to, practice. I just shoot a lot of wristers with my right hand, and then I shoot a lot of slap shots with my left-handed stick, because my left-handed slappers are actually pretty good for someone who doesn't really play. At least I think. You're right-handed, but you shoot left. Yeah, there are actually more folks out there who, I guess for hockey, yeah, I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are trained to play left-handed. Same for baseball too. I remember, yeah, there were kids who were batting left, and I'm like, no, but you're right-handed. How do you do that? But then again, for me, I'm a lefty in terms of fielding, right? So correct. So I throw with my left, but I catch with my right. But then I actually bat right-handed. So there you go. On Twitter bio, 89 Cup champions ready to face Winnipeg in the best of 5 qualifying series in 2020 while changing their picture to the retro logo. A little foreshadowing. You right-handed, but you shoot left in basketball. Okay, that kind of thing that's rare. That's rare right there, I think. Brady Swain, welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining. The biggest amount of goals that Vegas has allowed in their franchise is 8. Yeah, I would think that would probably be about right. Usually once or twice a season, a team will give up 8, unless they're just abhorrent. And yeah, I mean, you'll see scores once in a while, 9 maybe. 10's pretty rare, but yeah, it'll happen once a year, once every couple of years. Yeah, that's a little TMI, Eddie. But it seems very efficient. If you have a sense of humor like you do, which is that of a 12-year-old boy, check out Spitballers on YouTube. Okay. Family friendly, but with the humor of a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually someone whose sense of humor is pretty open. So, yeah. I don't really have much else to share sports memorabilia-wise, but any matchup I'm looking forward to in the first round? See, Flames fan, I'm kind of far removed from this. We've gone 3.5 months without a single hockey game, and my Sharks are not in the playoffs. I've got no skin in this, man. And I don't even see, like, I've felt this from the beginning, at least, and I have my bias, but yeah, I just haven't envisioned this actually happening. So I can't even remember some of these playoff matchups. Calgary and Winnipeg does sound pretty good though. Let's see. Let me pick one in the East. Who does who's Carolina play? I don't know. I think Carolina will be an interesting team to watch though, because they're young and deep. Well, not the deepest team. Defensively, they're deep. They get Brett Pesce out there, they're in good shape. But let me look at these here matchups. So I will chat with you. Oh, wait. Come on now. They're not showing me the right stuff. NHL playoff bracket 2020. Come on down. Yeah, they're only showing me 2019. Well, anyway. Yeah, I'll be able to give you answers if we actually get this playoffs underway. Carolina plays the Rangers. Okay, actually that does sound pretty exciting, considering the Rangers weren't even supposed to be here in the first place. Panarin, man, wish we could have seen him as a Hart finalist, but obviously those are some amazing talents that he would be competing against. Calgary should bring back the horse head in Adidas. I think if you change the sleeves, like the bottom of the sleeves and the bottom of the jersey, I just didn't like how that red was it's just kind of blocked in there. I don't like it. But actually, the logo, I'm actually in favor of that too. Anywho, food takes. Now, see, barbecue versus sushi. That's such a tough question. I love sushi. Sushi is delicious. It's just the perfect bite. Really, it is. Can you find a perfect bite that can go toe to toe with sushi? I don't think so. That's the perfect bite. But the thing is that I love food that's messy and spicy or smoky. So while sushi is absolutely to die for, barbecue is more of kind of like that desert island food where it's kind of like, if you have to eat one thing every day of your life, I would rather eat barbecue than sushi. Yeah, it's true too, Nick. I mean, you guys weren't supposed to be here in the first place, so why not bow out and get a good pick? I think I see what you mean, though. Yeah, fish isn't for everybody. Oh no, I'm sorry, Isaiah. Yeah, to really get somebody into fish, I think you got to start with like fried shrimp, popcorn shrimp. Start with that. That kind of, they're like, well, this is kind of like chicken, just a little bit different, it's like, well, it's fried. So yeah, popcorn shrimp would be kind of like a gateway into that. Maybe a cup of clam chowder, considering it's not very fishy, there isn't a whole lot of fish in there, or, clams. But yeah, I mean, I grew up on the California coast. I know a thing or two about seafood. $14 for a jersey? Really? Look at that, man. You sniped that for $14? Man, give yourself a pat on the back. That's amazing. Was this a Kachina-inspired Solar Bears? Kind of. Yeah, so most of you probably already saw this on Instagram today. But this is the jersey concept I came up with for the Solar Bears. Somebody who said, hey, is that a Kachina-inspired design? I mean, it kind of does look like it. I came up with that one because today on the Solar Bears Twitter, which is one of the very few minor league teams I actually follow, because I've been to a Solar Bears game. Yeah, I saw them put out like a wallpaper that had that sweet pattern on it that I used on the waist. So that's kind of why I went with it. But yeah. Beavis and Butthead's coming back. Well, is Mike Judge helping produce it? Because that's imperative. Mike Judge, one of the... Oh, Adrian, you want to send me a message on here? Whoa, what's going on here? Winnipeg Jets football uniforms. What the deuce? Whoa. Kind of looks like the Detroit Lions, but I like the helmets, man. It's going to be kind of hard to show people here. Yeah, if Mike Judge is helping work on it, it'll be great. Because Beavis and Butthead, it's just, straightforward humor, It'll be interesting, though, to see if it's really kind of a blast from the past, if it's kind of, outworn its welcome. Because, yeah, I mean, that sense of humor or what they allude to or joke about is maybe not necessarily going to be current with today, but as somebody who grew up then, I'd be into it, I guess. Your comment is cool. That's all I can really do for impressions, at least tonight. Do you watch the Nilk? No, I don't. Any like YouTube channels that have, Yeah. I mean, I don't watch that many big YouTube channels. Brave Wilderness, sure. But yeah, I don't watch that many big channels, honestly. Most of the YouTube I watch some of the other hockey creators out there, and I watch other like sports creators. So I like Bar Down, like I'll watch those guys, and like TPS Sports. But yeah, you make a killer cioppino, right on. I wonder what kinds of seafood you're using for that. Okay, current NHL player that I wish was on the Sharks. Who was I really, really pushing for in the offseason last year? For a while there, I really wanted, like when he was still pretty valuable offensively in terms of like production, I wanted Wayne Simmons to be on the Sharks, but his career's kind of taken a pretty steep decline from there. But yeah, the Sharks, I would want somebody who's a right-handed shot on the wing. Absolutely. When Panarin was, a free agent last year, I thought to myself, well, look, we got Erik Karlsson here already. But honestly, you want my opinion? It's like I would much rather shell $12 million or $13 million like we offered Tavares for Artemi Panarin. That would have been the perfect player for the Sharks to have over, another offensive defenseman in addition to Brent Burns. So that's my honest opinion. I'm hoping that Karlsson is, that this pause from NHL play is going to be beneficial for him and for the other players, of course, too. But yeah, Artemi Panarin would have been perfect. Yeah. Adrian, have you seen the one where he gets bitten by the giant centipede? It's like the centipede's like maybe like this big. It's crazy, dude. How many IIHF and non-NHL jerseys do I have? I actually showed these off in one of the streams, but to sum it up, I don't really have many. I have like 6 or 7. I don't have any national jerseys at all. So I don't have any Springboks. I'm sorry. I have I have Orlando Solar Bears, ECHL. I have a Hershey Bears, AHL, Manitoba Moose, AHL, Stockton Thunder, former AHL, and now the Adirondack Thunder of the ECHL. I have a New Zealand Queenstown or Sky City Stampedes, and I have a Danish team too, the Esbjerg Energy. Yeah, I should do a butthead voice in my video. Oh my goodness. I wonder if anybody would think that, like, coming to my channel for the first time would think that I'm serious. You have a Winnipeg Jets and a Stockton Heat. There you go. I don't fault you, Adrian. I used to kind of have a fear of birds. I don't anymore, but yeah, when people don't like crawly things, I get it. At first I get kind of jumpy, and then I'm like, okay, you can step on it and it'll die. Mussels, little neck, and razor clams. Okay. Shrimp, soft shell crab, squid, and cod. There you go. Yeah, I think having some cod in there, I think that's a nice addition to it. And I like putting in a little bit of squid too. See, so you know what's up. I mean, it's not always about just getting crab and lobster, right? You gotta appreciate the other, components to the bounty of seafood, I suppose. Bacon, yes. Flames fan, best comment. Bar down, bar none. Bacon wrapped scallops. Those are amazing. Except that you kind of lose the scallop taste a little bit, but you get the scallop texture. You know what, man? That's true. When you talk about seafood, I think scallops often go unsung. To me, when I think of kind of the price to performance ratio. When I think about getting bang for your buck with seafood, scallops for me. I love them. Newfoundland is known for having cod. Okay. I didn't know that was the main fish out there. But I do like me some cod, especially breaded and fried or yeah. Who doesn't love some good fish and chips? I went to the UK a few years ago. I went to this one pub. It was cute. It was small, but it was 2 stories. And on the upside, they had pretty much everybody was drinking, but they had food there too. Very good. They had meat pies, and they had these pieces of fish and chips. Like usually you'll get one and it'll be like this, and it will be, you hold it in your hand and you can dip it and whatnot. Like I'm talking about, we're talking about like the blade of a hockey stick and about the girth of a football. It was that big. Like I'm talking about one piece of fish and chips. They gave you 2 of those. And I'm just like, I can eat too. I can eat. But man, that was the fish and chips experience of a lifetime. Crab, shrimp, and turbo? I know I've come across that before, but I forgot what that is. Seems like something with a shell though, right? I don't know. Good quality clam chowder. Yep. Absolutely. Nice. Howdy, Nick. Hope you're having a good start to your July here, and happy Canada Day. I forgot where you're from, but happy Canada Day once again to all you wonderful folks from north of the border. Oh, hey, Javine, what's up? You're getting into the breaking point with not having hockey news for like 2 months. Yeah. Besides the rig draft lottery. Yeah, I was telling folks on here, I said, man, I'm just like, this season's I'm a Sharks fan, so we're not even in the playoffs, right? So this season's a wash. Like to me, none of this is actually going to happen. Like that's kind of what's been playing out in my mind. Not to say that I'm going to be right, but to me, it's just like I'm in this the universe that I'm in right now is telling me this isn't going to happen. Caps, what's happening, Caps? Welcome. '2020 Hall of Fame jerseys behind me. Oh, that's a great idea. Actually, you know what? I can do that right meow. You just have to give me, can you guys give me 25 seconds? Here, Cortana, entertain everybody. Come on up here. Here, we'll do this. There we go. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, I got Calgary. Where's Calgary? Oh no, where's my Ginla jersey? Oh, well, here, Flames fan, because you had a fantastic point earlier. I'll put this one up for you. Tuck this in so we can still keep Colby Cave here. And there we go. Hey, hockey fan, what's going up? What's going on? Hockey fan in the house. 3:45, my goodness. All right, Dan, take care, dude, and thanks for all the support as always. The friend, oh my goodness, that's right. Edmonton could get the first pick. That's crazy, man. Spinal Tap. Oh, I've seen Spinal Tap. Absolutely. I dial it up to 11 once in a while. Yeah, so I couldn't find Iggy. I couldn't find that jersey. I think that is in my other closet, but I threw on my Heritage Classic, customized for Twisted Wrister, of course. A jersey Mount Rushmore with all the different hockey leagues. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Basically, that would be a Final Four, right? That would be kind of like what Post to Post did with the logos. Oh man, dude, that is tough. If you had to choose one jersey per league, like you couldn't choose, for me, I wouldn't be able to choose the Nordiques and the Whalers, for example. So I'd have to choose them. I don't know. After post video, the Glasgow Clan that has to at least be in the conversation because that logo is sick, and I'm a fan of putting purple in jerseys. Great idea. How deadly that Oilers team would be. Yeah, man. If they can find a franchise goaltender, I think they're even more deadly. Lafreniere is going to Chicago. Draft lottery results. Sadness as a Sharks fan. The most alienated fans in the NHL. You're looking at one. Poor Buffalo. That's the first thing. Poor Buffalo. God darn it. The Kings and the Ducks. There they are. What are the Ducks? They're picking what, 5th, I think? No, excuse me. Ottawa's 5th. Were the Ducks 4th? No, the Red Wings were 4th. Yeah, I wish the Red Wings got a higher pick. I wish that the Kings obviously didn't get the 2nd overall pick. But yeah, people are starting to say that their prospect pool is going to be really, really freaking good, and I'm getting scared. The WHA Jets line in the 70s. Okay, those are really good. You're eating cheeses instead of Ritz crackers? Okay, well, no, I'm not really a fan of cheese in general. I love me some pizza, don't get me wrong. But Cheez-Its are actually pretty good. I don't like cheesy snacks. Cheez-Its are good, though. They got that kind of sourdough sort of kind of tang to them. I like that. Ronan, what's happening? LA Sharks. Yeah, weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. But then again, I mean, that jersey looked nothing like what the Sharks wore. The Solar Bears concept inspired by the Kachina. Oh, were you the one who posted that question? So I was on the Twitter account for the Solar Bears today, and they post what I used there was a wallpaper that they sent. So it was like a phone wallpaper. It had the logo on it. So I basically cropped out the portion that I wanted to use, doctored it up just a bit by changing the colors around, and then I stuck it on the jersey. But yeah, I've seen, on those jersey concept videos that Neil puts together for post to post, I saw a couple artists actually have patterns in the collar. So I wanted to have one jersey at least with that. Oh, my goodness, what's going on here? These are all the WHA teams. Vancouver Blazers. That's what Seattle's team should be called. They should be called... No. That would not make sense if Seattle was called the Blazers. That would have to be Portland, obviously, which would be perfectly fitting in more ways than one. If you could take 1/3 jersey and make it the team's primary, which team are you choosing? Okay. Well, my favorite third jersey is St. Louis retro. I personally like the 1967, light blue. I like that one more than the one that they came out with this year, but I really like that one too. Don't get me wrong. So, I mean, St. Louis, I would automatically say that, but the thing is that I don't think that they are the team that necessarily needs to make the switcheroo. So what team needs to make the switcheroo the most? I would have to think on that. Devils. That's the easiest pick. I know some people like the jerseys that they're wearing right now. I really liked how they looked in Reebok. I really don't like the Devils Adidas jerseys. So yeah, I think what they did with the alternate looks really good. I actually really like it. Minnesota Fighting Saints. Yeah, man. Go to sportsk.com if you're interested in seeing WHA jerseys for good prices. They have a bunch there. Well, the Sharks let Burns. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a possibility. If they feel that they want to, because they'll keep 3 defensemen, I imagine. So they got to hang on to 2 of those contracts. They got to shed one of them somehow, unless they find a way to trade Burns this offseason. I think the Sharks would have to keep some of his salary, though. Favorite brand of whiskey? Now that's a question. Uh, I don't have one favorite brand. Like I'm not loyal to one specifically. Uh, like a session whiskey, something that's pretty easy to find and not too expensive. I like me some Buffalo Trace. Boy, what were some? Oh boy, there was one I had called not McKinley. It might have been McKinley. Anyway, it was a whiskey that was made in Oregon. I thought that was just magnificent. But that wasn't like bourbon though. But why can't I even think of it? I've been a big fan of scotches previously. I don't know why I haven't been drinking as much scotch. Bowmore was certainly among my favorites though. But we're talking like a 15 year. So that was a gift too. So I don't usually roll that high, but that was smoking good. Yeah. Yes. Don't feel like you need to join the conversation if you're not of age. Don't worry. No judgments, guys. You'd make the Cannon Columbus's main jersey. Oh, that's a great answer. Or at least that's one I agree with too. Or I can get behind. I like their jerseys overall. I'm not in love with them. But yeah, I mean, if they could switch out the main one for the Cannon, I would love to see the Cannon in their normal color scheme. I've seen some concepts before. So you think of the shoulder patch that they wear right now with the Cannon on it. If they could adapt something like that on the front, so in that color scheme, I'd like that. I'm just going to flip a light on, like just a few feet ahead of me here. 1 sec. There we go. And we're back. Can't go wrong with Jack. And you're right, CJ. You can't. I went to the distillery a couple of years ago. It was really cool. They do all their distilling in Tennessee. They might do a little bit of it in Kentucky. I'm not entirely sure. But it's not this huge, big, major corporation. It's just an iconic brand that is marketed very, very well. Favorite bands? There we go. Yeah, I like questions like that. I'll tell you one band that's not my favorite. Train. I'm a metalhead. You got that right. I love Iron Maiden. That was like the first metal band I really got into. Early Metallica, obviously, first 4 albums. Not to say the Black Album wasn't good, and actually, when they put out Death Magnetic, I thought that was actually pretty impressive for where they were in their careers. Nice, yeah. I know Eddie. He's gonna like him some Iron Maiden. Gwar, really? I never listened to them that much. But yeah, a lot of my favorite bands are metal bands, and I can talk about them forever. Pantera is certainly up there. Amon Amarth. So I listen to various types of metal. Motorhead, good band. I'm certainly a fan of them. Favorite Sharks giveaway item. Yeah, I listen to a lot more than just metal too. Favorite Sharks giveaway item. I don't know. I know that they give out the jerseys, but to me, see, the thing is that they used to give out a lot of bobbleheads because that was, people were like, oh my God, keep giving out bobbleheads. And generally speaking, like those are pretty good. Then they would give away a jersey like once or twice a year, and people said, no, we want more jerseys, no more bobbleheads, or less bobbleheads. The jerseys I certainly like, but as a jersey collector, I don't really feel the need to get the jerseys as much. I know I'm taking forever to answer this question. Was there a jersey that I thought was head and shoulders above the others? Not particularly. I mean, the Los Tiburones one was pretty cool. But I always like how they give out a magnetic schedule at the first game. I love that tradition, and I love having that. I would stick it on something at work or on my refrigerator. I always think that's up there for me. Do I still hate the Stars? No, I don't hate the Stars. Like a couple of years ago, I still did so a little bit. The reason why, for anybody wondering, is that the Sharks used to have a great rivalry with the Stars in the late 90s and the early 2000s for sure. So for about 8 years or so, 10 years maybe. And the Stars were kind of like Vegas was to us in that they kept beating us for the most part. So no, I mean, I don't really hate them anymore because they don't give me anything to hate. And they have Joe Pavelski. Yeah, they have Corey Perry too, but it's not like he's going out and winning Hart trophies, so I don't really care about what's happening with him. Yeah, I never was a fan of like Dallas sports teams though, so that's why like the Stars aren't like I don't like them, but I don't hate them. Like if they win the Stanley Cup this year, I'm going to be happy for Joe Pavelski, and yeah, I've got nothing to complain about really. Master of Puppets is amazing, absolutely. Anvil. Dude, I've never actually listened to Anvil. I just know that there was a documentary on them. Oh my god, you're listening. You're all right. Ride the Lightning, Master Kate. Those are all terrific albums. Best player to ever play for the Sharks, not based on what they did in San Jose. Ooh, good question. That's a great question, actually. So, yeah, because you could put Teemu up there. Bernie Nichols was a great player. Let's see who else I can think of. Doug Wilson just made the Hall of Fame. You know, I mean, I still think Makarov was great for the Sharks. His NHL career was good. It wasn't like, you know, otherworldly. I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah, you would probably say, besides Thornton, you'd probably say Teemu, I would think. You like Rise Against? Rise Against was actually the first band I ever saw in concert. It was right before they got big too. So they just put out they didn't just put out their second album. I think they just put out their third album, which caught fire. But they were playing most of their stuff they were playing was from their first two albums, which are certainly great albums. Jeremy Roenick played for the Sharks too, yeah. Yeah, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. For Whom the Bell Tolls is a fantastic song. Absolutely. That would be a great song to skate out to as well. Yeah, maybe I'll just do an all music stream. We just talk about good music. I'm a bit of an elitist when it comes to music, but all the bands that you guys are mentioning here, I'm headbanging in my parallel universe right now. Not quite. I'm not quite feeling the Panic at the Disco. I don't know, the indie rock movement, kind of indie rock revival. It didn't really ring with me as much. I do like a couple bands from that a little bit, but yeah. Oh, the Jets skate out from the Bell Tolls? That's sick. Yeah. We got 17 people here. My goodness. I mean, we've been going for an hour 20. Blue Cheer. We want to talk about kind of the proto hard rock heavy metal. Does history repeat itself with the Blackhawks? 06, the Hawks draft third overall Jonathan Toews. Then in 07, they draft first Patrick Kane. In 2019, they drafted third overall Kirby Dach. Ho, see? Okay. I will support that, Nick. I will support that. That for the 365-day period, starting with the draft, some good things are going to happen. Because history will have something to say next year as well. When it comes to my San Jose Sharks. Could it? It could. Best hockey intro song is Hell's Bells. Or is that what you play just before you're dropping the puck with the net emptied in the playoffs? Your hometown Fairview Flyers. Oh, they entered from the Bell Tolls. Wow. Guess a lot of people know what's up. Imagine putting every type of cheese on pizza. I won't do that. I'm not, like I said, I don't really like, I can't eat like super sharp cheeses or super strong cheeses. So I can't. Saturday Night by Monster Truck. Michael, what's going on? Turford check. Would I like crowd noise added for the games? I don't really think that would do it for me so much. It's going to be empty. I don't know, man. They're doing that for soccer, for MLS or Premier League or all of them. Oh, Crush 'Em. Yeah, that was the first Megadeth song I'd ever heard. Oh, in Premier League. Okay. Premier League. I don't know, man. You know, here's the thing. Like when it comes to things like taking a really long flight or having to wait at the doctor's office or when you're sick and just can't do anything. With me, when I know things are not the way they should be, I'm usually just like, I shut down. I'm just like, okay, like I just want the time to pass. I'm going to be as quiet about this as possible. Just try to like ignore it. Hey, John, what's up, man? Didn't you get like to 12,500 subs recently or something like that? Congratulations, my friend. My goodness. You are rising up the ranks quickly. And thanks for joining always. You always join. That's awesome. Homemade pizza complete with chicken nuggets, pepperoni sausage, and 2 types of cheese. Damn, son, that's intense. That is intense. I have never done that. That is crazy. And I like it. They need to do something so that the players don't say bad words. That's a good point. You know what they should do? They should have 2 versions. They should have the raw version, and then they should have the family-friendly version. We got 3 Nicks, I believe, in the chat, if you count myself. Put chicken nuggets on pizza. Hey, man. I still ride a skateboard and drink chocolate milk and watch cartoons. And of course, I'm single, but hey, you know, I mean, you live and let live, right? Do you think that they would have goal horns in the playoffs? Having the Yotes score in Edmonton. That's funny. You know what? That's a good point. Like, don't pipe in noise, but do the goal horns. God, that would sound so weird if I'm a player, man. I really don't know. I would think they would do something though. Maybe just a generic, and then that's it. No song or anything like that. First win of the 2019-2020 season for the Blackhawks was versus the Oilers. Yeah. You know what's coming back? I don't know if it's been issued yet, but Dunkaroo. All right. Now, first of all, if you're under the age of 25, I know I sound so ageist right there. If you're under the age of 25, you might not know what I'm talking about. Maybe you will. Dunkaroos are supposedly coming back. I read about this about 4 or 5 months ago. Dunkaroos. Come on, who remembers Dunkaroos? You know, get the little, basically like animal crackers, except they're shaped like kangaroos, which is cool. And you dunk them in frosting. Sometimes that frosting had sprinkles in it. Now, how can you not say that's up there with the ultimate snacks for kids? And hell. Yeah. Oh, thanks, John. Hey, that's what these guys picked out. So we're gonna have this hanging here for probably, most of the live streams, if not all of them, going forward, and we'll have it hanging up in lots of other videos. And when I'm not making a specific video, because sometimes I arrange my jerseys according to the video I'm making, but I do have an Iginla jersey. This is a different one, but I'll hang up the Iginla and I'll hang up the Hosa for the Hall of Famers. Oh, you grew up in the Dunkaroos. Oh, damn. They never left? Hell yeah. Okay, so they still had them going for a while there. Nice. Yeah. I'm going to have to buy them just to see how they are. Yeah. I'd say Dunkaroos are toward the top of like snacks I grew up with as a kid. I know they still make Gushers. I was definitely a fan of those for at least a few years. Yeah. Let me know if you guys ever had any like crazy amazing snacks growing up. Tim Tams. Yes. I do like me some Tim Tams. I don't know if I've ever had Slams specifically though. Riley, the Golden Knights, Golden Knights jersey is cool. There's back. Okay. Yeah, man. You folks in Canada, by the way, happy Canada Day to all the folks north of the border who recently joined the stream, of course. What was I going to say? You guys have those ketchup chips. I haven't tried those before. I would like to give them a shot, though. Coffee crisp. I like about anything that's coffee flavored. I generally like. Any plans for 4th of July? I'm just gonna hang out with one of my friends. I have a propane grill, so I'll probably make some hot dogs and have a couple beers and play some video games. Nothing crazy. The thing that sucks the most is fireworks because I have a dog and she gets pretty scared. So I have some CBD goodies for her. So obviously they have cannabis in there and that'll help relax her a little bit. I've got blankets and, I have a Thunder shirt that she can wear. But yeah, I mean, over the past few years, it's been literally me just staying indoors and just cuddling my dog, honestly. Oh, you know what I should do? Shoot. I don't know if I can find them anywhere. Got to write a message down in my handy dandy notebook. Is Cortana a stoner? Does CBD make you a stoner? I wouldn't necessarily say that. Your dog goes insane when she hears fireworks. I imagine, man. It sucks. But yeah, she's doing well. I mean, we've been going out to the park more recently, and she's haven't had to work as much apart from producing jersey concepts. So I've been giving her a ton of head scratches and belly rubs. Take her downstairs to a basement. See, Eddie, in California, we don't have basements. We just really it's very hard to find places that have basements. So, but you bring up a good point. I got to see if PetSmart has dog headphones because I know you can buy them. PetSmart, sorry, it's going to rumble a little bit here on the camera. Dog headphones. Thank you. Because that might be able to, kind of ease her nerves there. Oh, you use CBD too, huh, Riley? Right on. Yeah, I mean, it can definitely help, help you relax and whatnot. Guess a jersey on the spot for a live stream. You want to do it right now? I'm game. Send it over. I've never been to a house in California that has a basement. Yeah. There were a couple of old houses around where I went to college that had them, but yeah. It's very rare that you actually get basements. You're not being a weird Canadian. No, we're the weird ones out here. Yeah. Yeah, we hardly ever have any significant floods. Nobody lives where the real snowstorms are. Yeah, the worst thing that can happen is the ground can shake and just cause a bunch of buildings to collapse. That's it. You know, we do have wildfires though. They're becoming a lot worse out here. All right, so are you gonna send me something, Nick? Oh, here you go, right here, got it. Oh no, right here, huh? How am I? You're giving me the jersey and you're giving me the Stanley Cup, right? So can anybody else see that? Let's see. All right, you're going purely red with a Stanley Cup patch on it. Purely red. Dream vacation spot. Ooh, great. One of my favorite places I've been recently is Queenstown, New Zealand. I absolutely love it. So that's kind of up there for me. I'd like to travel in like Iceland and the Arctic Circle as well. You know, or maybe even like in the Alps or, you know, somewhere in Switzerland like that. Scotland, that's up there for me as well. And I mean, other parts of the world, certainly. Like I totally want to go to Japan. That's up there for me. And to travel more than just Tokyo. So that's up there for me. Maybe like Chile. But yeah. The reason for adult depression is the Leafs. Any team that hasn't won a championship in your lifetime is a cause for at least mood swings. Vikings fan, San Jose Sharks fan. So yeah, Nick, I mean, would this be any team other than the Blackhawks from like 2015 or something? Patrick Kane? I don't know. Because it's not a Red Wings jersey, I know that. Check out Kana-chan TV. All right, I'm going to write that down. Okay. You think it's Caps OV home jersey? See, I didn't see any Navy there, so I'm not going to guess that. Chicago. Yo. He's tricking me? All right. Hey, I'll trust you guys. Well, Chicago, yeah, there are parts that are dangerous, sure, but in terms of like all of the like tourist attractions and all that, you're fine. Plus, the public transportation there is amazing. It's a fun city. I mean, Nick, you can. Yeah, Nick, I'll guess a Blackhawks jersey, even though everyone else is guessing Caps. I love like Chicago's such a fun place to visit. You know, I was there very briefly though, in terms of living there. Still do live streams when I've absolutely, man. I'm going to continue live streaming. So I know I mentioned this at the start. Oh, by the way, Nick's going to share his jersey here. So, oh no way. He tricked all of us, guys. Look at that. He actually has a Red Wings. Oh my goodness. And he didn't even win the cup in this. Tricky Nicky. My goodness. Yeah, so I'm sorry, CJ, you asked about that. So yeah, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, I haven't thought about a giveaway, but that's something that I should ponder. A 1K giveaway. We should ponder that. I still plan to hold streams on Wednesday nights. I don't see that changing. If it does, it would just be if something came up, it would only be for like a one week period. But yeah, I don't see why I can't do this every Wednesday. At that point, yeah, I'm as soon as I'm able to. I don't know if I have to apply for permission to get super chats enabled, but I plan to have super chat in here. And additionally, I mean, I'll have more time to start focusing or to refocus on making videos now that I've finished my jersey concepts for the ECHL, because man, that took up so much time. Anywho, favorite video games. Caps, you are coming at it with all the good questions tonight. Hosa was the #1 ring chaser. Yeah, he's up there, man. Riley was right. Wait, Riley got it? Wait a second. Oh, Riley, way to go, buddy. Nice job, dude. So yeah, I'm hoping that you know, if Neil is able to you know, put out a video with my jersey concepts, that should send a good amount of traffic, and then that way we'll by then we should be pretty close. I would think that we'd be somewhere in the neighborhood of 900 to maybe 950, but I need to get my butt back in gear, because if I don't start producing videos for you guys, then some of the, you know, folks who might watch here and there, they might not tune in the future. They might unsubscribe or something like that. So gotta make sure I'm out there creating content and having some fun. Okay, so I'm sorry. Favorite video games. I'm a big fan of the Halo series. You know, classic Halo 1, 2, 3. My dog's name is Cortana. Mass Effect. I love the trilogy. Andromeda doesn't count. No, it's only the Shepard trilogy that matters. Even though 3 had that crappy ending, I love the game. It's still a great game. Super Mario 64 was the first game I really fell in love with. Mario Kart, of course, 64. I'll kick anyone's butt in that. Except I won't. I'm good, but I have friends who are better than I am, which is humbling to say the least. Love arcade sports games. NFL Blitz, NHL Hits, sure. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. 2 was my favorite, although the series evolved pretty well for a few games, for a few years there. So I love that Tony Hawk's getting a nice coat of paint, to say the least, for the newer consoles. That's fantastic. Skate was a great game too. Trying to think what else. Skyrim's a beautiful, wonderful game. It's just one of those ones that I don't really play much, or at least I didn't really advance too far in it, because just, you know, there's so much to do that you just live in a world. It's not like you're necessarily following one story. Red Dead Redemption was fantastic. A few months ago, for the first time, I played the original Last of Us, and you know, that was really good too. I mean, I can talk about games for you know, stream upon stream upon stream, definitely. Yeah, Skate 4, heck yeah, I'm excited about that. Mario Kart 6, okay. Super Smash Bros. Love me some Super Smash. Melee was my favorite, but you know, like the new ones are terrific as well. Maybe it's Jakob with a soft J. Consider doing more daytime streams. Oh, because you're at work. Yes. It's not going to always be during the daytime, because I do have a job. But if I block off my calendar, I can make time for it. You know, depending here and there. Because I do want to be able to connect with fans who are in other time zones. You know, people who are in Europe, for example, or like Super Lurf, who was here. I don't know. Oh, he's still here. Mario Kart 8. Way to go, bud. He's in South Africa. So, well, then again, it's your morning. So I guess it is convenient right now. But I'd love to, you know, do another daytime stream, bring people on who live, you know, maybe someone who is tuning in from Australia or New Zealand or something like that. We got some trade talks in the chat here. Hey, do you guys want any overpaid defensemen? We got 3 of them. Consider hockey Kahoot. That was what you guys were talking about. I was wondering what your Kahoot. I need to look into this, especially if I want to do a community jersey design activity. So how about a live stream where you guys help me design a jersey? How fantastic would that be? So Oh, just got a... Oh, Flames fan. Whoa, Flames fan. What is this? That's cool. Look at that, guys. I like this. Oh, you're in Virginia. Okay. Hey, that's where my grandmother lives. She's in the northwest part of the state in Winchester. Dude, I like these. Your custom team, man, that's a looker. I like those a lot, man. Cool color scheme. You know who's got a color scheme like that is the Kansas City Mavericks. I like that. Nice job. And then what else do we have here? Maritime Armada. Oh, okay, cool. Polygraphy. Okay. Now what are we looking at here? Okay. So what do you guys see there? Could this be... I'm going to take a wild guess here, Nick. Not a wild guess, because it's not the Wild. But I would think it's... Yeah, I would think it's Stars as well. Assuming that we're in the NHL. This better not be a Texas Stars. Is it a Patrick Sharp Dallas Stars? Patrick Sharp Dallas Stars. Come on. Let's go, baby. The old Coyotes jersey looks like Pablo Picasso took shrooms and drew a German Shepherd. You mean, well, especially the Taco Time Peyote jersey. I want that one. I know the Kachina. People love the Kachina. And I do want to collect one. But even before that, even more so, I want that Taco Time jersey. Hopefully in my size. Could that be the Whalers? I don't know, guys, because that is... Wait a second. Oh, could this be... I don't know, guys, because it might look like blue to you, but to me that's black. Unless there's some crazy lighting or something like that. We're about to find out, though. New England Whalers. Nick's typing. He's posting something. Sneaky son of a gun. Sneaky son of a gun. It's not Patrick Sharp. It's just St. Patrick's themed. Jets logo from 95. I like the original one more. But that one's still okay, I think. The Screaming Eagle will make a comeback. I think the Caps are more likely to put their shoulder logo on the main crest. Now, I've seen concepts with the Screaming Eagle in their current color scheme. I really like those. Aesthetically, I like the current Eagle shoulder logo. I would prefer that as the main crest over the Screaming Eagle. But either way, I think that you could do some killer designs with that. All right, John. Peace out, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll catch you next time. Ovi is even tweeting about wanting the white Screaming Eagle back. All right, Ronan, thanks for tuning in here. Oh, you're saying bye to John. I get it. My bad. Let's see. Is there any other questions I might have missed earlier? Yeah. Your local minor hockey association uses the Screaming Eagle as the main logo. Cool. That's pretty neat. Wonder what that would look like, depending on the color scheme, of course. Sorry, guys. Do I like potato chips? My goodness. I love potato chips. I love crisps. Absolutely, man. I mean, dude, as long as it's not salt and vinegar, I'll pretty much eat everything of anything. I don't like salt and vinegar, but otherwise I'll eat just about anything. Was that the Oilers goal horn? I know, right? You know, sometimes we get the Kings goal horn once in a while. That's when the freight trains come by. I hate it. My least favorite goal horn is unquestionably the Kings. Pizza Pringles? Okay, I approve. Who was the oldest living hockey player? You mean which NHL player had the longest life, or the player who was the oldest when he retired from the NHL? You're gonna have to clarify that for me. Anyway, I mean, like, I know Gordie Howe's probably the oldest who ever played in the NHL, but do you ever get the Jets goal horn to go by? My goal horn knowledge isn't that good. Yeah, salt and vinegar. I don't know why people like that. No way. Longest life. Yeah, I have no idea. That would be a really this will be an interesting piece of trivia. Reaction to the jersey. Oh no, I'm sorry, Nick. I think pretty much we were just like, oh, come on. It's not like they're how are we supposed to know it? How are we supposed to know it's even a Hawks jersey in the first place? But don't worry, man. We like being tricked, though. We like it. Gordie Howe, he came back with the Whalers. Oh. You're going to DM me a really bad jersey? Okay. Red Kelly. Yeah. Did Red Kelly just pass away recently? I think he did, right? He was around for a long time. No, or am I thinking about Ted Lindsay? I might be thinking of Ted Lindsay. My bad. Two to three jerseys that they have. Yeah. I mean, a community guess the jersey would be fantastic. With three different people. Yeah, I mean, to do it with multiple people would be fantastic as well, to like actually have, you know, if Nick Windy City joined here, if, you know, somebody else came on and joined too, that would be pretty cool. Oh, Henri Richard. Ted Lindsay did pass away. I think it might have been last year though. But anyway, I'll look that up separately. All right, CJ. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, all right. You know, I am curious. Go ahead and send me a jersey on Instagram. Okay. Red Kelly was 91. Actually, I think I found on eBay a card that had Red Kelly's signature in it. It might have been an autographed card. Maybe. Anyway, I gave it to my friend who's a Maple Leafs fan. Okay, so Red Kelly did he passed away last year. Okay. So yeah, Red Kelly was 91. I think Ted Lindsay was up there too. Ted Lindsay was 93. Wow. And he passed away, I think, just after Red Kelly did. Johnny Bower was also 93. Howie Meeker will turn 97. My goodness. All right. So should I check my Instagram here? All right. Whoa. Whoa. Lots of stuff happening. Wait. Evan, are you... Hold on. Evan, are you Caps champion? That's the first picture. Okay, so you're giving me multiple pictures. Oh my God, you guys have... Oh. Yeah, it was kind of weird how this was their previous design. The Milwaukee Admirals. Yeah, that looks like... I don't know. It looks too kiddie, you know? It doesn't look like it really belongs in, like, even amateur sports necessarily. Like a kids league could be maybe one different, you know. But the Admirals, what they use right now, that designer's skill set is very admirable. What? What am I looking? Am I supposed to guess this one, Sharks fan? Am I supposed to guess this? How the heck am I supposed to guess this? I don't even know. What am I seeing at the bottom there, man? It's hard. Oh, you don't have to tell me that twice. Okay. All right. So first of all right, let's look at Evan's first. His is technically, I don't know. I've got it up. It's blue, and then you got a little bit of white here. Now, blue and white. Are we talking about Toronto Maple Leafs, or are we talking about something else? Could we be talking about Tampa? See, I can't definitively say that is Toronto because it's a blue jersey with a white stripe. So that's difficult. For all I know, Evan, that could be Vancouver. All right, Evan, I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna say it's a Vancouver Canucks. Hit me. Ah, tricky. Look at that. Look at that. And that's what you came back with. And I like it. And that's a great jersey. Don't let Kale from Vesper Hockey tell you otherwise. That is a great jersey. All right, Adrian. Catch you later, dude. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. This I might be able to guess now. So Sharks fan. So here's another one for us to guess here. Oh, sorry, more trains. So sorry, this is kind of difficult because of the blue light. So I need to filter this down. All right. Now, is that, to me, I think, is that the Penguins alternate that they're wearing right now? I would say that's the Penguins alternate. All right, Ronan, catch you later. Yeah, you saw the old Bruins logo there too. Oh, you're saying it's a Bruins third? Interesting. So, all right, Lauren, thanks so much for joining us, man. Good night. And happy Canada Day. It's a Penguins home jersey? Oh, really? It's the home jersey, not the alternate? Huh. How did I get that wrong? Well, I guess I can kind of see why. It was the upper arm part, right? There were 2 Admirals in the AHL. Oh, that's right. Well, there are 2 Thunder for the ECHL. Oh, what do we got here? More to guess? Well, we got to make sure we save these for another time too, if we're going to do like a community one. Okay, whoa. Hold on now. Now, it is that looks, I think that's black. Oh, God. There. Son of a, there we go. Let's take a look at that right there. So if I see white, red, and black, I want to say that it's Canada, but it could actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Switzerland as well, but I don't think Switzerland really uses black so much. So it's probably some sort of Team Canada jersey. I just don't know the year. Oh, shoot. Hey, what's up? Hey, Cortana, did you want to say hi? Oh. All right, Riley. Have a good night, dude. And nice guess on the Detroit jersey. All right, Nick, why don't you go ahead and reveal that to us? And I know that a lot of people have had to drop off, so I'll do the same too, considering we've been going for 2 hours here. But yeah, let me know. Let me know which one this is. Yeah. Hey, boo-boo. What's up? Yep. Okay, here. Hey, boo. Oh, you're so happy, aren't you? Yes, you are. But I have to get you some food, right? I have to get you some food, and we have to go outside so you can pee. Oh, thank you. She is absolutely. Oh my goodness, that wasn't black. We were not looking at black. We were looking at a very, very dark navy. Nick, you have tricked me a third and final time. That has to be navy. Oh, and it's got the stars on it too. That's cool. Right on, man. I need to bring Cortana more into my actual videos. I haven't really featured her much recently. Because usually I tire her out so she's lying down somewhere. Sometimes you get scared the Sharks will never win a cup. I understand what that's like, obviously. I have another team that's basically the Sharks of the National Football League. That's the Minnesota Vikings. There are Sabres fans and Bills fans who are in the same position. There are Leafs fans. There are Canucks fans. There are Cleveland Indians fans. People have been waiting a long, long time. It's going to come. You just got to hope it's not like the Chicago Cubs. But it's going to come. San Jose is going to get theirs. We might need to wait until a whole different regime of players have developed and matured. We might have to wait until we're grown up, gray. But, you know, man, there are a few things that I'd really like to happen in my life before I pass to another. One is I want the longest and happiest life for this pupper right here, just a pupper face. Oh, she got the pupper face. That's number one, or toward the top. You know, do some traveling. Sharks win a Stanley Cup. That's a happy life, I think. But anyway, she's giving me the paw right now. She does this. She gives me the big paw. So, oh, did the Adidas jerseys fit bigger or smaller? Oh, I've never gotten a mystery box from them. I've gotten a mystery jersey because I bought an Adidas. They gave me a Reebok as kind of like an add-on. You hope it's not like the Blues. Well, we don't have that much longer. It's been a while. It hasn't been that long, but who knows? It could be. We could be in for it for a long time, but it will happen before I'm in my grave. Had to bring up the Cubbies. Well, hey man, at least they won when you were young, but obviously I'm sure that your family was, you know, generations of fans have gone by, you know. Your medium and Fanatics, I don't know what size to get in Adidas. I would say, so if the Fanatics jersey is still fairly loose on you, like it's not, in other words, it should fit like, you know, like something that can go over a sweatshirt. If that's how you wear your jersey, then, yeah, I know, right? Then I would say buy a 46 in Fanatics. Or excuse me, 46 in Adidas. The Fanatics, the Adidas jerseys are a little bit more tailored in the torso. So the cut is a little bit more, it's not necessarily slim. The chest isn't very big. But they're definitely longer. They're definitely longer than Fanatics. That's why I really like them, because I have a long torso. So I can wear a medium for Fanatics. It doesn't fit me great, but in terms of like the width, it's fine. But for Adidas, I buy a 50 because I like a little bit more extra room. So if I want to wear a sweatshirt underneath or whatever, I can do that. I like my jerseys to look a little bit baggier, but a 46, I have a 46 and it fits pretty well. So yeah, so that's my advice. Who am I rooting for in the playoffs? Wild, Panthers are the two teams I want the most, but basically I'll go for anybody. Sorry, Elias, earmuffs. Except for Boston and Vegas, and I don't want Pittsburgh to win, but I'm kind of over that 2016 Cup Finals disappointment. How tall? Oh, I'm 6 feet, or maybe 6 feet half an inch. Yeah. So Yeah. Yeah. Think about if you're gonna wear your jersey, you know, during colder conditions, having like a 50 would probably be more beneficial. But if the Fanatic's length is good for you, I would recommend a 46. If you would prefer something a little bit longer, go with a 50. That's my recommendation. What about Patty? If he's playing next season, he's playing for the Sharks. So you're skinny 5'10", you would get a 46. I'd say, yeah, if you want the option of wearing the jersey over a t-shirt and you're not going to exclusively wear it with a sweatshirt, I'd say get a 46. Anyway, folks, that's how I'm going to end it for now. It's been a very nice stream. You guys are terrific as always. And now I can actually start making some more videos because I can take a little bit of a break from jersey concepts, or at least I don't have to produce 1 or 2 a day, which it takes a lot of time. And then, yeah, I will get back to making videos, and we'll do this again next Wednesday. Thank you so much, amigos. You all have a fantastic rest of the week. Happy 4th of July. Happy Canada Day. And stay safe. Stay healthy. I'll catch you later. Ryan, no, my stream is about to go. Ryan, I'm off. I'm going now to a different place in another realm. Ryan, help me. Ryan. Kisses.